Hello everyone and welcome to my breakdown of the brand new Red vs. Blue Restoration trailer. I haven't seen anyone on YouTube make a breakdown yet, so I figured I should be the first one to talk about it. I've seen people on Reddit all over talk about it, and I'll address some of their theories here, obviously with credit that I didn't come up with a lot of these, but basically this season is going to be 87 minutes long. Well, it's formatted as a movie, but it'll be 87 minutes, which I'm scared is too short because that's like the length of season 1, and the later seasons were all way longer. But it's Bernie writing, and I'm sure he knows what he's doing, and he gave the season the time it needs to breathe. So let's just get into the breakdown, shall we? It's coming May 7th, probably the day Rooster Teeth closes. It looks like we're opening up in Blood Gulch with Griffin Simmons. The Griffin Simmons are basically just having a moment, like, it's been nice knowing you, Simmons. It's time for one last ride. And then we see Epsilon later on here. He comes in. Interestingly, he's just with Griff, Simmons, Sarge, and Caboose. We don't know where everyone else is. We see Lopez later on, but really that's it. We don't know where Donut is. So it raises a lot of questions on if the simulations are still canon. I'll do a breakdown first, and then I'll get into the theories. So, yeah, we see Epsilon here with Griff Simmons, Sarge, Caboose. He's like, yo, we have a problem. And we see this retro convention, interestingly. I don't know what this place is supposed to be and why is it considered retro. We see soldiers in Halo Infinite. There's a green one, a pink one that doesn't look like Donut, a red one, and we see Dylan Andrews as well, interestingly. I believe that's Dylan Andrews. So maybe that confirms that Season 15 still happened. We see posters of the Reds and Blues, it appears, on the wall. This is also Retro Convention XVII. So maybe it was set up by Jax, because Dylan's there. We see the Meta confront Dylan. Oh, we see a movie poster for Unrated as well here, I see. So maybe Jax is here. Oh, whoa. I just noticed this. So the poster here in the background, it says Box Canyon Bozos, I'm pretty sure. And interestingly, Bernie's new production company is Box Canyon Productions. Do with that what you will. Maybe Bernie will buy the RVB IP. That's a crackpot theory. But we do see the Meta here. The Meta is back. He is the villain in some way. It's not main, but it is Sigma, and he has taken over the Meta suit. Griff, Simmons, Sarge, Caboose all charge at the Meta suit in what appears to be Hargrove's storage facility, which I don't think people think that this confirms that it's immediately after 17, or not 17, 13. But we have to remember the original little clip we got where Caboose was stated to be the only member of his team left. So that where would Tucker, Wash, Carolina, where would all they be? And we still don't see Carolina in this trailer either. So I think the other seasons are still canon, and the Reds and Blues that are here are just going back to Hargrove's facility when they find that, oh, maybe it's Sigma and he's taking out the Meta suit or something. Interestingly, we do see a model of Black Lotus from Zero. We see his little thing in the corner here. We see a shot of Caboose standing by a fire. It reminds me of the Church and Biff scene from season 15. Sarge shooting his shotgun. And then we see Sigma, or whoever's in the meta suit, fucking bodying Simmons. And interestingly, who's driving what appears to be the Warthog here? Who would be in white armor? Would that be like Dr. Gray or something? Actually, there's Pelican. This is a Pelican. So maybe it is Dr. Gray and she's coming from Chorus. I hope we see the rest of the Chorus cast. We see an explosion. We don't know where this is. Probably Blood Gulch. We see what appears to be other parts of the Epsilon AI fragments, or like Epsilon AI memories in the meta helmet. We see Doc with Dr. Gray in Washington in that leaked scene from the Chorus Hospital. We see Lopez, and Caboose appears to be projecting a message, probably from Epsilon. But it's interesting that Lopez is here with Caboose and no one else. We see Caboose, Griff, and Sarge standing with a mysterious figure that might be Tucker, as we will see here, as the metasuit transforms into the green one that Tucker had at the end of 13, as the meta holds Caboose in a chokehold. Bro, imagine if they fucking kill Caboose. I remember when the season was first announced at Anma, Jeff and Gus both said that there's a part that's like really shocking and sad that made them cry. So like, imagine some of the Reds and Blues actually do permanently die here, this being the final season of the main show at least. But what's interesting is, yes, we do see the green metasuit. The green metasuit. So that implies that maybe Tucker is possessed, as we don't see him otherwise, aside from potentially this suit. This does appear to be Tucker because we see his sword come out of the metasuit. But also, the metasuit doesn't look green here. So, yeah, I just realized that. The metasuit isn't green in this shot. So, maybe this is Sigma finding another way to possess the sword. And it's and it is a fake out, and it's not actually Tucker being possessed. Theory on the Red vs. Blue Reddit that the one in this metasuit, is actually Carolina, because we don't see her either. And it would make sense, as the Reddit user theorized, because they said that Carolina would be the perfect villain for Sigma's metastability plan, because she is the director's offspring, and she was the one who had 2 AI in her head. So I think that would be interesting, but it is likely Tucker here. But regardless, I guess Tucker having his sword back, that would mean that if Zero is canon, that FaZe is dead. Or that Zero isn't canon. I do think that Zero is canon, because the cast for this season on Movies Anywhere lists Fiona Nova. Everybody else in that cast is confirmed to be in this season, except for Fiona Nova, and Fiona Nova plays 1. So that means maybe 1 is in this season somehow, in a short role, so maybe she's there when FaZe gets killed. Interestingly, it appears that Sigma is played by Miles Luna as well, which is interesting. And we see Simmons get his cyborg arm snapped off by the meta. Griff get knocked out by the meta. Like, it's fucking endgame. This is endgame. It's interesting to see at the end of this trailer here, Sigma appearing as his memory outside of the metasuit while the metasuit's there too. I wonder what that means. And as for this final scene, it seems cursed as fuck as we see Epsilon doing a simulation demonstration thing where he appears to be an influencer as he's telling people to subscribe to his channel. So I don't know when this is supposed to take place. Yeah, we have Epsilon doing a YouTube channel, so, maybe when Red vs. Blue ends, Epsilon will do PSAs on the Epsilon YouTube channel, maybe. It's interesting to see Epsilon doing simulations like this, as it means that if he can create videos like this, maybe even if this does take place after 13, the other simulations will become like videos on his channel, or stuff from the videos will seep into the real world. I just really want the simulations to still be canon in some way. After watching the trailer again, I think there's even more evidence for this, which is Sarge's line, "Does anybody hate the future?" at the very end right there.
Does anyone else kind of hate the future?
Because it shows that maybe Epsilon was showing them the simulations of the future, and it'll show that they still play a role in the overall future of the universe. So we'll have to see what happens. But that's basically the breakdown for the trailer. I apologize if it was kind of lackluster, but I just wanted to get all my thoughts out. I am so excited to see how it all ends, and I just hope all the characters are done justice, the humor's done justice, and we get good callbacks to the simulation seasons if they are simulations. Thank you guys for watching. Leave your thoughts and theories in the comments below, and I'll try and respond to them. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.